Hello all. So today I'm talking about a Honda Element with the P2646 error code, what it is and how you can go about fixing it. So what is a P2646 error code? Well, an OBD2 scan tool will come up with a rocker arm, actuator, system performance, or stuck off bank 1. So what does this mean? Well, basically there's some kind of oil pressure problem and the onboard computer is recognizing this. So I'm going to go over some common causes and fixes for this, and I'll be putting all the links down below in the description for everything I'm reading here. But basically when you have low oil pressure, the first thing you want to check is you want to check the oil and be sure you're correct level and be sure it's not dirty. Really old dirty oil can cause oil pressure problems, and of course if the oil is low then it's going to have problems. I've seen vehicles where the oil hasn't been changed in a very long time and it'll throw out all kinds of codes because the oil pressure is just not there. And it's clogging things up too. So first thing to check is the oil. The second thing to check would be the oil pressure switch, because this is where the onboard computer gets all its information about the oil pressure. So if this switch goes bad, then it's going to report bad data, and the ECU will report this. And check the wiring harness and the wiring going back, because an open or short on that harness or a bad connection can cause the same thing. And they're relatively low cost items. A lot of people just swap them out to rule them out, but they can also be tested. They're pretty straightforward to swap out and replace. And so second thing to check, oil pressure switch, check the harness, check the wiring, be sure there's no open or short, and replace that switch if you think it's bad, or test it. And the next thing up is the valve timing solenoid. And this is the VTEC solenoid spool. Usually when this goes bad, it usually becomes clogged up. There's a small filter inside of there. And if the oil gets really dirty, or just over time, this can get clogged up and it restricts the flow of oil, so it can give issues. And here it is right here on, what is this, on Amazon. It's a relatively low cost item. There is different types depending on the engine, but they do the same thing basically. So this is something to check. A lot of times it could just be cleaned and it'll be good to go. But if you are going to take it all the way apart, the relatively low cost item things, I would just go ahead and replace it. But you can often just clean it up and stick it back in, and many times it'll start working that way too. So that's basically it. I just wanted to go over some common causes and fixes for if you have a Honda Element and you have a P2646 error code. If you have anything to add, please comment down below. If you have any questions, ask me and I'll try to answer them. But if this video helps you, please click like, please click subscribe, and have a good day.